If your mix sounds distorted and your instruments are slamming at 0 dB, this is exactly why. Listen to this trailer mock-up. Notice how unbalanced, distorted, and crushed it sounds. So I'm going to show you my approach on how to gain stage properly in Logic Pro using the -12 to -6 dB rule. So your mixes instantly sound bigger, cleaner, and more professional. But this can also be applied to any DAW. Most beginners think louder equals better, but actually you're killing your headroom before you're even starting mixing. I'm going to reveal a simple technique to get your mix to sound clean, undistorted, and well balanced so every instrument shines through without clashing. So what is gain staging, right? Gain staging simply means controlling the level of every track so the signal flows cleanly from start to finish. Think of it like water pressure in pipes. If you overload the pressure at the beginning, everything downstream gets messy. We want our tracks to average between -12 and -6 dB roughly, before we even touch any compression or EQ or any other plugin. And I do want to say that these are just guides. As long as your mix isn't clashing, peaking, and distorting, that is exactly what we are aiming for. But again, it's okay if your track occasionally hits -12 or -4 dB, because many modern 80 to DA converters have built-in headroom for compensation. Also, let me quickly explain what headroom is, because here's another part most people don't understand. When your master bus peaks around -6 dB before mastering, you're giving your limiter room to work. If your mix is already peaking at around -3 dB before mastering, your limiter has nothing left to enhance, and that can cause your mix to sound squashed. Alright, let's get started. First, you want to make sure that your pre-fader metering button is turned on. This lets you see the actual input signal of a track before it hits the fader, giving you a true representation of the signal. Now here's a quick shortcut in Logic to bring up your gain tool. By doing this, all you have to do is press T, then G. Let's go ahead and start with our strings. Let's solo our strings, loop this section, and press play. Then as it's playing, adjust the gain until you get around -10, -6 dB, or even -4 dB, but not exceeding it. Next, repeat the same process for the brass. Solo the strings and the brass, and adjust the brass gains so they sit nicely, complementing the strings without creating distortion. Now, what you're going to want to do is continue the same exact process for all the instruments until no track is peaking past 0 dB. Alright, so now let me go ahead and play the track again after adjusting the gain structure. Pay attention how clean and balanced and everything sounds now. No distortion, no clashing, and notice how all the instruments sit nicely and complement each other, and how all the instruments are sitting structurally nice in the mix. Let me play this one more time with my mix window open so you can see that none of my tracks are peaking above 0 dB. So here's a quick useful tip. Once your gain staging is complete, you can use the faders on your track to tweak the balance between the instruments. But always do this after adjusting the gain structure and with the pre-fader metering on. If not, you're not truly gain staging, because every time you add compression, EQ boost, or saturation, etc., it will destroy all the progress you made during your gain staging process. So in reality, gain staging is about controlling your track level so nothing clips and causes distortion, giving your master bus headroom more room to shine. And also, as a guide, make sure you level match with gain staging whenever you're adding plugins, because many plugins tend to add more signal, thus boosting your gain on your track. So by following this method, this will help you improve your mixes instantly to make them sound bigger, cleaner, and more professional. If this helped, please hit that like and subscribe button. And please comment down below with your biggest gain staging struggle. I would love to help you and give you any advice I can to help you improve your mix. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.